Shalom. First, I want to start off by saying all praises, honor, and glory is due unto Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Rakakadash. That's all praises to the one called God. His true name in the Hebrew is Yahweh, by Hashem in the name, and Yahushai being the name of the only begotten Son. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Peace and mercy to the hopeful light preachers, word and truth and sincerity. On the brother Tazabah, the Great Millstone, Arizona camp, Lord will, with another video to edify. And I'm going to get right into this. This is a copyright disclaimer under Title 17 USC section, U.S. Supreme Court section 107. Allowance is made for fair use for the purpose such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Non-profit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. So I'm gonna get into this. Let's delve into this. And what you're gonna see here is a prime example about how, like the scriptures say, Satan that shall come down having great wrath, because he know that he had but a short time. And that is what's going on. This whole Trump order with the federal government, this is who they deputize. And really, these ain't career cops. These are niggas that just barely got on the force. They needed barely any training or anything like that. This is why they act the way they are. You could tell the difference. You can tell the absolute difference. Right? So when the scriptures say that the violent uprising of a multitude is kindled over you, right? And we'll get that too. This is what it means. You got regular everyday Edomites that just randomly got deputized because they're doing a hiring frenzy for ICE and federal police forces. And since Trump is planning to take over all the police forces, right? He's putting those in that are ready to get the job done. And a lot of these is just these disgruntled Edomites that are tired of being poor. They've been promised damn near six-figure jobs for being ICE agents. So let's get into this.
All right, dude? No. Hey, pull Chris off. Pull Chris off. Hey. Stop. Get out of our city. Get out of our city. Choke yourself out. We're right here. Turn it. Get EMS along. Guys.
What agency are you guys with?
Who are you guys? Oh, are you guys the cops? Shut the up. Are you? Who are you? Who are you? Who are you? Man, take your mask off and show me some badge, huh?
What agency are you guys with?
It's so easy to be behind a mask. Can you guys tell us who you are? Who are you? Well, you guys are ruining this country. You know that, right? Liberals already ruined it.
Oh, there we go. Okay. Can we see some badge work, guys?
His property.
Hey, guys, already ruined it.
Sit down.
No number.
You see, this is the police force that's out there now. So this is what you Jakes got to deal with. A bunch of it's always the weakest nigga, right? That does the most wickedness. These are them same niggas in high school that didn't get play. They turned into adults. Every woman they had cheated on them, left them for a Jake. Right? They went through their lives. They had a period where they were doing better than most. And that period didn't last long. They couldn't get the pick of the litter. They didn't get to choose what woman they get to be with. And they've been losing for so long that now they got a chance to win. They're going to make this world what they believe it should be. And these are the niggas that you got to deal with in these times, man. This is the time of Jacob's trouble. This is real, man. Right, this is from W Top News. And it says, bill would allow President Trump to extend D.C. police takeover indefinitely A new resolution introduced in the U.S. House would extend President Donald Trump's federal takeover of the D.C. Police Department beyond a current deadline next month, allowing him to continue it for as long as he believes it necessary. The measure was recently announced by Republican Rep. Ann Paulina Luna, who represents Florida's 13th district. Current law under D.C. Home Rule Act requires Congress to approve extending presidential control of the police force after 30 days. The president declared a crime emergency for D.C. August 11th, so the deadline for a vote on the extension is only a few weeks away. Our resolution is straightforward. Wait up, it jumped. Our resolution is straightforward. If the president determines that continued federal control is necessary to keep D.C. safe, he should have the authority to do so. Luna said in a statement, "This is what restoring safety, enforcing the law, and cleaning up the streets of our capital city." It says Luna has been a vocal supporter of Trump. Soon after he returned to the White House this year, she introduced a bill to add him to Mount Rushmore National Memorial in South Dakota. All right, so basically, even Trump in his speech when he was having a press conference talking about putting this Home Rule Act in, he said, and we do a plan to expand this to other states, other major cities. He said New York, Chicago, California. So it's not just a stop there. This is something that's going to be all throughout the states because he's getting ready to take over. The scriptures talk about a cruel Lord, right? And when you go into every rule that he's making, right, it's all enabling the police force to act with autonomy and no oversight. This is Isaiah 19:4. It says, "The Egyptians will I give over to the hand of a cruel Lord, and a fierce king shall rule over them, say Yahweh, Yahweh of hosts." You see? The Lord is this devil is going to be that cruel Lord. And he's getting ready to bring martial law, right? And shut down these cities and put this thing under a complete police state. This is Luke. No, that's not what I wanted. Is it? Yeah, here it is. Luke 19. And I started 42. It says, saying, "If thou hadst known, even thou, at the least in this thy day, the things which belong unto you, unto thy peace." Right? If Jake only would have known the things that belong to their peace, right? Having the heathen put in a position where they can't rule over you no more, never have another chance to make another rule. That was something for your peace. But you tell a Jake that, they look at it like you're being evil. You're not being understanding. You don't want to love your neighbor. Well, these people have never loved you. Why are you worried about sitting here being nice to them? It says, "But now they are hid from thine eyes, for the day shall come upon thee that thy enemies shall cast a trench about thee, and compass thee round, and keep thee in on every side." You see? This devil's really getting ready to siege these cities. And this is what it all spells out to be. And it's always start with you, Jake. DC, heavily so-called Judites. It's majority of the population in DC is niggas. So this is what they're getting ready to do, and they're gonna go for every one of them. They always been talking about Chicago, and Trump is painting himself like the man to sit here and bring peace, but we know sudden destruction is about to come. Sudden destruction. There's niggas that sit here and think that even after all that's been going on, like, yeah, niggas in the hood is going wild. They're uncontrolled. They got to be put down, so it's justified. But the way this devil's talking about it, like, he treats law and order like they treat medicine. They'll create a med to treat the symptom, but they'll never address the root cause and the problem that brought about the symptom. Right? So the violence and the gun violence and everything in these cities that these jakes get into, that's just a symptom of what? Of them always being in constant fucking need. Never having enough. Being looked over for opportunities, no matter how much they were better. And they get to see that day in and day out. And then, not only that, these devils own the rights to all the films, all the production companies, and the music that they make sure gets promoted among Jake is all this gangster music and shit. Coaxing the people to sit here and think, oh yeah, you can get in the street. That's the way to go. Like there wasn't other professions and other business ventures that you could do to make these things happen. So these devils own the production and everything, but they look at Jake's behavior, which is just a symptom, like he's the root of the cause. And this is what he's getting ready to do. He is categorizing Jake to be the threat in the earth, and he is coming down with great wrath, man. This is Revelation 12:12. It says, therefore rejoice ye heavens and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea. For the devil has come down unto you having great wrath, because he knoweth that he had but a short time. And this is the days we're coming in. We about to see a day like no other, because you can't compare what's about to happen in these days and Jacob's trouble, which has already begun, with any other time, because they never had the technology that these devils have now. You got facial recognition AI systems that can literally pick out, like in China, they don't even have to see your face. They have mapped out your walking pattern to sit here and match it to your person. Now they're using Palantir, which literally tracks you from text messages, emails, social media posts, everything you do, and creates a routine of you. And then they're just able to sit here and track you completely. So what do you think that's going to be spelling out in the time where these devils are literally on the hunt? This is This is 2 Ezra 16:68. It says, behold, the burning wrath of a great multitude is kindled over you, and they shall take away certain of you and feed you being idle with things offered unto idols. They shuffling you off to them concentration camps. A lot of the Northern Kingdom, the so-called Latinos, are already in those concentration camps, because you think that they're sitting there shipping all these people out. Mind you, Trump said the goal is 30,000 deportations a month. 30,000 deportations a month. All right? That's the goal. You think they're spending 30,000? You think they're spending that much money to fly these people out of the country? That's why there's already reports of them sitting there putting these people on cargo ships, on cargo planes, right? Chained up, putting them on cargo planes that have no seats, that are literally used to drop things from the air. Then they track the flight pattern of those flights. They don't even make it fully to the destination, and they just turn around halfway over the water of wherever they're going, and then bodies end up showing up on shore. These are the days we in. This is dark, evil days, man. These devils are about to do some amazingly wicked things to Jake. It's never been done in earth, man. What's getting ready to happen is never been done in earth. Nowhere near. It says, and they that consent unto them shall be had in derision and in reproach and trodden under foot. For there shall be in every place and in the next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear Yahweh. Who are the only ones that ever fear the Lord? The scriptures tell you, Israel alone has kept thy precepts, but not the heathen. Jake are the only ones that fear the Lord. So when it talks about an insurrection upon those that fear the Lord, it's all the tribes. Naturally, it's just going to be all the tribes are going to get hit up. The so-called Latinos, the so-called Native Americans, and the so-called Negroes and West Indians, right? Those are the ones that are going to get hit up in these days, and it's already beginning. And it's going to grow. These are the times that the scriptures say, Daniel 12:1, it says, and at that time shall Michael stand up, that great prince was standing for the children of thy people. Right? This is what's going to happen. The Lord is going to have to use the archangel angel Michael, right, to stand up for the elect, to defend them. Right? It says, and there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to the same time. So the time that we coming into in these last days is going to be worse than slavery. It's going to be worse than World War I, World War II. Right? It's going to be worse than the Civil Rights era. It's going to be worse than Egypt. It's going to be worse than any other time that ever was. Because the ability to oppress, these devils have perfected it and added to the arsenal so much that when it's time to go, Jake is through. It says, such as was never since there was a nation, even to that same time. And at that time, thy people shall be delivered, everyone found written in the book. So everyone that was already predestinated to get salvation, those are the ones that are going to be saved. When you go back to the book of 2 Kings, I think it's the 16th chapter, when it goes into the woman that boiled her son and ate him. And then when it was time for her to be able to boil her friend's son, because they made that deal, today we'll boil my son and eat him, tomorrow we'll boil your son and eat him. Right? The woman begged the king, was like, hey, help. And he was like, where should I help you? Out of the barn floor and the wine press, because the whole city was going through a famine. And what did he say? If the Lord don't help you, how should I? And that's the days that we coming into. If the Lord ain't helping you in these last days, we not going to sit here and focus on helping you neither. There's plenty of Jake that have had more than enough time to repent, follow the Lord, do the things that he said, and be delivered. And a lot of Jacob bucked up and scoffed instead. So now, what's left? The only thing left to do is for the Lord to sit here and bring his hand up on Jake. Because why should you be stricken anymore? Like the scriptures say, you will revolt more and more. And that's why these devils are coming down with great wrath. It tells you that in 2nd Ezra. For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the people shall be afraid, right? And men shall stand in fear. People don't know how to make up of this time. They don't know how to make it make sense. And this is why tensions and violence is going to grow. Right? But this is the days we in. I just wanted to go into that a little bit. Shalom.